Welcome back to the epic game that is Balloon TD6, but not Balloon TD6. We are going to be doing another tier list Wednesday. So, this time it's going to be the military monkeys, and I have updated each row accordingly, as you can see. So, let's do this now, alright? So let's start with this tower right here. The Tsar Bomba. It's pretty decent. I could put it as a solid option. Or ratios everything, but right, again, only useful for the ability, but definitely a solid option, I think, because especially if you want to go for a chimps run and you want to use this on the DDT round, especially. Yeah, I think what's it called, I forgot what this is called, god damn it. I mean, I definitely know what this is called, but basically the spamming ace or whatever, it's really good. What is it, like Operation Dart Zone or something? I don't know. But yeah, it's really good. I'd put it as a solid option. I wouldn't put it at great because there are better options. You'd have to like really buff this to put it in great, which you can. Sub Commander, I'd put in great, especially since it buffs the other subs, and overall just a solid tower to have. Ray of Doom, I wouldn't put it ratios everything. I would not put it literally insane because of the price point, right? But I will put it as a would prefer not to use, but if I could use it, like if I needed to with a straight line, because it's also map dependent, I would. But yeah, Elite Sniper, I think, sorry, not Elite Sniper, this is Elite Sniper, this is the Cripple Moa one. I definitely put this as literally insane, because any like stall or bonus damage things like this definitely deserves to go up here, because it helps your other towers. Apache is the GOAT. It's pretty solid, honestly. Does good damage. Not the best tower, but definitely not the worst. Now the carrier is kind of, I think it's a solid option. I think it's better than this. It does insane damage, I think, and honestly, it's pretty good. Biggest one. Probably never use. Nah, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it's a solid option, maybe even great, but I prefer the other cross pass. So I'm just going to put not even worth the effort. Doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, I have to say it's bad or else the glue solver fan base, my fan base is going to murk me, but, you know. So now let's move on to the aces again. The Ice Sab, I would also put here. Honestly, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not spending that much money for these two. It's the price point. Even the Apache Prime costs, even the fourth tier is probably worth more than these, because honestly it's just not worth it at all. This is decent. It's only worth it if you're going for boss fight, like boss balloon fights or some other things, or you're going intense farming for some reason and you want to use the trade, I forgot the name. If you want to use this, right? Apache Commander, I made a video on why this is good, and honestly, I will stick to my opinions. I think it's on par. You might think otherwise, but I really do think it's on par with this. It's honestly really good. Now, let's go on to this guy. I think he ratios no, okay. He's a solid option. I would go for him. You see him a lot in, like, challenges, like micro challenges. Yeah, and then literally insane. Okay, hear me out, right? Marine is pretty solid and so on. Marine, I would put solid option, but you get money, you can move towers around, you can get door gunners. Honestly, just an insanely versatile tower. Now the bottom path for this, I'd put in great. He has solid utility and he does good damage. Mad, definitely literally insane. Same thing with the what's it called? Not the best. What's it called? I'm just looking for it. Whatever. This can go to ratios everything. This is the equivalent of like what's it called? This, but better, because the ability cooldown. Like, I know it's not that bad, but the cost is just like, you know. But hear me out, right? Elite Sniper, I think it gets underrated very often, right? I think it's a great option, especially if you want to farm, especially in like battles too, right? Now we only have a couple towers left, so let's finish this up. All right, no puns intended. I don't know what pun I would have made, but yeah. So Reactor is solid. It's not great, but it's solid. I definitely use this in certain maps, and I definitely like the cooldown and like hero stuff buffs it gives, but that's not gonna bring it up any higher, honestly. The Bez is also very underrated, but I still think it's just a solid, maybe a great option. I don't think it's more worth it than the Elite Sniper or the Sub Commander, honestly. Elite Defender's incredibly cheap. Like, just to get it, I think it's like 20,000. But, or even less, especially on easy mode. But, right, it's still definitely a solid option. It solos all the way to round 60, or depending on the map, right? And when it does that, it's just really good. And now, I think I left not the best for last, but I really like this tower. I use it a lot, or at least I used to. I'm going to put it in great, right? So the Middle Path Mortar, I use it not just for the ability, but the constant, there are 3 barrels, and it just constantly pelts the balloons. It's honestly insane. Well, there's my tier list, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.